Welcome back to the abandoned outdoor centre project. It's been a while since we've made a video and I'm going to try and be as succinct as I can be with this update. I'm a wee bit sweaty, I've been chainsawing and it's been warm today. We're in the middle of another heat wave. Although there is a breeze, as you can see from our flag, there is a bit of a breeze which has definitely taken the edge off. However, I'm an old man and old men sweat, so and I've got sawdust and probably beasties in my hair. Right, so where are we? The first thing to say is we still don't have an option to lease signed. We don't have any of that in place. The final wording of the document is done. The person at Borders Council who's supposed to be checking it is not at their desk, away from work. I'm not sure if that means they're on holiday or if they've left the country or they might be on the run. I don't really know, but hopefully we'll get that signed. Look at that view. Is that not it? I'll come out of it. There you go. That's a nice view. So hopefully once that's done, it's only been about 5 years, 4 years. So what have we been doing on site? Let's get to that next. So the first thing is that as you come in, we've replaced the gate. So we widened it, we took out the other metal post there and the old gate's over there. We got this replacement gate. We actually got Lewis to bring that up in the back of his lorry truck thing. So that's the first thing we did. That's important because I can get my bus through. That's my bus there. But a skip lorry would never get round that angle behind us there. It just wouldn't work. So the young folk just basically dug that stump out, the big metal thing, which is lying in the grass. So I won't show it to you. But in any case, that was the first thing we did. We have a tree here, 2, 3 and a half sort of conjoined trees that came down. There's lots of trees down all over the place, and you would have seen pictures on Instagram if you're on Instagram. And we're just busy sort of getting rid of those and disposing of them. So not disposing of them, like cutting them up and putting the wood together and kind of using it, and we'll reuse the wood. So that's the plan there. So those weren't the biggest trees. The biggest trees were down here, and I'll put a wee picture up of them as they were, as they'd fallen, and then as they are next, which is where we're going next. So I'll put the picture up of how these trees were. They were almost covered the road here behind me. They were just kind of half covered the road. Big bushy trees, and they've all been more or less disposed of. Now, the young folk did most of that with hand saws and pruning saws and axes. So over the course of several weekends they came down and hacked away at it. Obviously we use chainsaws to cut the trunks in the way that we have, but we need to do more work there. So we'll reuse all this wood, we'll line paths, we need to sort of sort the gate out there. There's cows that kind of congregate at the gate, so we'll line the entrance in and put some hardcore down and tidy that up once we get an option to lease sign. And then yeah, and that root system is going to flop back down probably when we cut that, so that'll be interesting to see. We'll try and catch that on film. So you remember that was a big bushy tree, all gone. Well done us. As well as renovating the building, we'd like to establish a number of wild campsites on the grounds. 11 and a bit acres, but it's very hilly, so we've been exploring areas that we could maybe make flat. So we trimmed this area here, which is that's the house over there, or the school, outdoor centre, whatever. So we trimmed this, and it's a wee bit, there's some flat space. You can maybe get a tent here. Otherwise, if you are in here camping, you are going to end up in a heap at the bottom of your tent, probably. So we might try and terrace this. That's an idea that sounds okay in my head, but might just be a terrible idea. I don't know. I just want to hire a digger so I can use a digger. Why not? Let's go over and have a look at the old play park. So this is the Mikhail Kular Memorial Play Park. The previous people that came in that couldn't pin anything down and eventually walked away got some money from a trust that was set up in memory of a child that was killed in Edinburgh, and this is what they built. So it's basically a sort of like a wee mini adventure playground. It's been overgrown for a long time, and bits of it are missing. I think they'd put some membrane down to stop the grass coming up, but The nature is relentless, it turns out, totally relentless. So we'll fix all this up, restore it. We're going to put a campfire area there and just generally sort of make it better. As you can see over here, wood, lots of wood. Can you see that? Yeah, there. Just got piles of that where we've like the trees have come down and we've taken. So we'll use that for pioneering. We'll maybe build benches. We'll use as much of it as we can. I think a lot of it will just get burnt. I was speaking to a guy up the valley. I'll just say this very quickly. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but the guy up the valley is a tree surgeon, lives up at Hindhope, and he was telling us that there's so many trees down, the price of wood has just crashed. And Roxbury Estates, which owns pretty much all this land, they can't get rid of it, don't know what to do with it. So yeah, but I mean, they're not interested in this wee pocket because it's sublet by the council. I don't think they're bothered. Right, let's go and have a look at the Bracken Maze. Don't get your hopes up, it's not that good. I'm not going to go in the building because, for two reasons, it's exactly the same as it was and it's just too depressing. It's just smelly and horrible and needs work. I think our Bracken Maze, the bracken I think under the heat has wilted. It's wilted, something rotten. Basically we've got like two kind of open flat spaces, but they're sloped, but there's no trees. There's this space, and then there's a similar size space over beyond those trees there, and it's completely overgrown with bracken. So we thought what we'll do is we'll cut paths into it and people can wander around, and that's kind of what we've done. I don't think you'll get lost, but you might lose your place because it's, you know, kind of confusing. Maybe it's just me. So there's this area here. This bracken has kind of collapsed. I don't know if it's been because of the wind. Maybe it'll sort of spring back up. Not sure, but this was like way above head height. So I'm not going to go all the way up the path down there. I think that might be a dead end. It goes anywhere. Up here goes to our water tank. We've got an awkward water supply here. It's a bit overgrown, just a buried tank, and it's surrounded by ferns and fallen trees. So, but it's up there if anyone's interested. I think I got it on the drone. You can see like a wee silver square. That's the tank top lid, whatever. Yeah, so good. Ferns are high here. As you can see, I'll put this camera up, hold on a second, like a periscope. Like a bracken submarine. Water tank. Romantic camping spot. Excuse me, let's get lost. Other romantic camping spot maybe. Through there, this is the second area. So there's that bit over there, and then there's this bit here. It's just a long sloping kind of, it was grassy, but now it's bracken. I like YouTubed to get ideas on how to get rid of bracken, and all these people had videos up saying, oh, we've got a terrible bracken problem, and I'm not joking, there's like maybe 3 or 4 bits of bracken. That is a That is a bracken problem. The way the wind is moving the tops of the... It makes me think there's a velociraptor in there. I'm not going through there because I can't be arsed, but that was our first campsite through the trees there that we established. The weird structure thing that we put up is still there. It's a testament to my lashings over there. I would go over and show you, but like I said, I can't be bothered. And also, I'm not lost, but might be lost. Don't judge me. Good. There you go, Bracken Maze. It's the best thing since Alton Towers. So there's your update. The main thing is the option to lease. And I just really find that a wee bit frustrating. So we really need to get that sorted. And it's really Borders Council that are absolutely dragging their heels on it. I mean, we know that big organisations, it's just really frustrating. I'm sure our contact there is doing their very best, but it's obviously not a priority for them. But we've applied for money, and that money is conditional on there being some sort of paperwork in place. You know, it's fine for us doing all this. This is actually a bit of a problem because we could be doing all this work on the trees. You know, we've actually bought stuff. We've bought strimmers and we've got chainsaws and we've got a letter from the council saying we can work here, we can do what we need to be doing, but that's all. They could turn around tomorrow and say, "Oi, bugger off, you're not allowed anymore," and we would just have to walk away. All this, coming in my van, I'm taking this away. They have to do that somehow. I mean, they won't, but we need to get the option to lease signed so we can start raising some real money. And also so that we can get people involved. We need to get people involved, adults involved, so that we can get things moving along. It's a big project, still worth doing if we could just get the paperwork in place. And we're back here. Good, right, that's it. I will try and do a video again, do my best. I'm not technologically enabled.